Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pretty Real Persona. I am your host, Ariana Reese. Um, Today, I kind of want to start out with a soul check. Um, I just kind of want to see what's heavy on your hearts today. Um, what's heavy, what's light, how's life been going for you? Drop it in the comments. I really want to know what's going on with you guys. If you are new here today, press subscribe and come along with this journey with us today. I want to start by telling you guys my soul check, how my week's going. So, whew, life has been pretty busy. As you can see, I want to let you guys know this is my very last time with this podcast setup. I'm in the process of moving, and this is the very last video I will be filming at this place. Today's episode is about being the cycle breaker of your lineage. So raise your hand if you are the generational curse breaker in your family. Feel free to leave in the comments, like your story. Today I will kind of touch on mine. But first, when you are the cycle breaker in your family, therapy becomes your family reunion. Breaking the cycle in your lineage is not just about saying that it ends with me. It's about navigating the awkward, the touchy, the funny, and sometimes heavy reality of healing the things that everyone was scared to touch or to heal or to try to even get beneath the surface of. So, you're the cycle breaker. Cycle breaking is basically reparenting your parents and trying not to lose your mind in the process. Being the cycle breaker means that you notice unhealthy patterns that keep recycling, whether it's money habits, emotional avoidance, or everyone thinking that silence is conflict resolution. It's realizing you don't have to pass that down to your future kids, your nieces, your nephew, your future self, or whoever. I really resonate with this topic. I think that in my family, like I feel like I don't know if anybody would resonate with this, but like the roots of my family. Like I just this year did an ancestry, and my family migrated from um, all over Africa, like generations of my family all over Africa to North Carolina, then to Alabama. And a lot of I have like literally my great grandma like lived and grew up in Alabama, and then my grandma moved them to Ohio when she was like, I think she said between 7 and 13. Um, and then like my mom and us, we've lived in Ohio ever since then, basically. So it's like I feel like there's a lot of generational things in my family and habits and unhealthy things that have been like kind of passed down, and like there's a lot of like I feel like family secrets where it's like people don't want to get to the bottom of, or people in enabling certain people and behaviors and patterns and things in our family. And I think from an early age, I think my mom has done a good job of being better than her mom, who's better than her mom, who's better than her mom. Um, I wouldn't say my mom was mean, but my mom was very strict. Like she's a Taurus baby, stubborn, stability. She don't play that. You know what I'm saying? She never played a day with us in her life. Um, but I will say just unhealthy things. Like what a child goes through, it really matters. Because it's like it really affects them in the long term. And I just think that my mom is a product of the things that she went through as a kid, as I am, and as my brothers are, as we all are. And I think like from an early age, I kind of seen patterns and things that I didn't want to take with me, or type of person or person who does certain things. And I think like for me, from an early age, I kind of noticed I don't want my life to like continue like this. I kind of grew up poor, and not even just really poor, but like I grew up and I had to be a hustler. Like I had to go and get everything that I worked hard for every single thing that I have. And that's okay. You know, we should work hard. Like that was just my journey. And I never went without food, you know. Um, I dealt with some things behaviorally from my mom and my family that I feel like, you know, were unnecessary and you really shouldn't have to deal with as a kid. And it's built my character and it's allowed me to like really gain like self-reflection and self-responsibility and accountability for the type of person that I want to be, the type of person that I am. And it's allowed me to already break a lot of generational curses in my family. um, I am the cycle breaker of my family. um, I am first generation college. Probably the first person to like go to therapy in my family, or to like, you know, really am a type of person that sits down with myself and really like figures out who am I, who do I want to be, my identity, the type of person who stands on values, morals, like um, practicing kindness and just a lot of different things. Like my money habits are different. I recognize, you know, versus how my mom, you know, values money or sees money versus how I'm going to, and I'm working on, you know, bettering that for like, I want to create generational wealth for my family, my future family. I've worked so hard. I'm still working hard, you know. So I want to talk about how, you know, the struggle is real when you're the cycle breaker, but it's also funny because explaining boundaries to your family is like trying to teach a cat algebra. Confusing, loud, and definitely sometimes hissing. When you start changing patterns, it can feel like you're the villain of the family group chat. I know for me, like, I think it was just a transition. Like, once I went away to college, once I went away to college and I started to learn about myself and I started to teach myself boundaries. I stopped, you know, letting people use me. I stopped being a people pleaser and I started, you know, standing on making people respect me. I feel like when I would go home and be around certain people, like, um, I don't think that it was like a shock for my mom. I think my mom actually respected it. Like, you know, I think like my brother had thought like, you know, I was acting different, or like sometimes like I would make him respect him, or make him respect me, or not even, he's never not really respected me, but it's like whenever we fall out, he's the type of person that, you know, goes crazy out the mouth, and me, I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm on you. I'm on you. Like I used to be very passive when it came to stuff like that. No, I'm on you. What's, you know? So it's like, oh, you know, he would say, I think I'm better than him because, or I'm better than people because I went to college and I did this, but I don't think anything like that. And it's like, I just knew it was a projection of him thinking that I am better than him because I went to college. But it's like, I don't think that at all. Like, I don't think anything like that. Like, college is hard. Like, college, living on your own is hard. Taking care of yourself solely with no help, you know, fighting for to, especially in this kind of economy right now, like healing your toxic traits one by one so that you can be someone who is worth loving, and so that you can love someone openly. Like I've done a lot of self-healing and inner work to be the person that I am today, and it's like it was not easy. None of it is easy. And I went through stages of transformation of like really just low moments just by myself, and a lot of times like it builds character. That shit has built character. It's built me. People don't always like when you ask questions. People don't always like when you say no, or people don't always like when you stop doing things that you've always done. But the humor in it is like half the time your family would think that you joined a cult because you journal and go to therapy. Like if anything, those are some of the healthiest things to do. Like I personally, I had taken a little break from therapy, but I can't wait to get back into therapy because like I felt literally so good when I was do therapy. I felt so excited just to talk to my therapist every week. Only thing is like for me, it got a little bit expensive, and I was going every week, and I would really like to go every week. And really, it wasn't even just like every week I had like some major thing in my life going on to talk about, but she just kind of helped me navigate stuff um because a lot of times I'm like super hyper independent. So like having someone there who like, and I'm the type of person, I read everybody else and I nurture them, and when I say read, I mean like I'm always analyzing and I always can like tell what people need emotionally, physically. Um, and it's so nice to like have someone who could do that for me, you know? And so I kind of want to touch on how you survive the role of a cycle breaker. Step one, lower expectations. Um, I've kind of found that, you know, you shouldn't have expectations of anyone. And every time that you put an expectation, and a lot of times we have unrealistic expectations for people, family, friends, just strangers in general. Like when you have no expectations of someone and you allow them to either show you who they are or show up as who they are, or even to see someone's flaws and love them, or to, you know, show them tough love or anything like that, you know, instead of placing expectations on them or pressures for them to perform in a way that you feel like is appropriate, but it's just like it's not them. It's not them. You can't force someone to be who they're not or who they're not ready to be. You only hurt yourself by placing expectations on them, and it ends up disappointing you in the end. You're disappointed, you're mad, you're sad, you know. You're not going to have to heal 7 generations in one weekend. Like you can only do so much. Like I feel like sometimes it's enough for people, my aunt told me this a long time ago, sometimes it's enough for people to see the life that you live to change their life. Like sometimes it just takes, you know, like I enjoy going like back to my family and just kind of being myself, sharing like some of the things that I do with them, or just being able to be like a calm person in their lives, or just be like a healthy person in their lives, to where it's like that rubs off on them when I'm around, you know. And it's like, oh, you know, I can actually give them like good advice or tell them like, you know, no, and give them logic but also listen, you know. And just kind of, it's been very like rewarding, because I feel like, you know, because I've, you know, I walk a certain journey and I share with them, you know, and I'm very like vulnerable, very open with them in moments where it's like we're allowing that space, you know, and I'm very like real with them when it comes to like things that they're doing too as well, especially if they're inquiring, you know. I feel like I've seen a change in like little sprinkles. I like to do little sprinkles, you know, because it's like you could tell people whatever you want to tell them, and it's up to them to make a decision on if they want to, you know, change their life or to do something different. Like you can't make anyone do anything different. You can't change people. People have to want to change themselves. So here are some ways to survive and thrive as a cycle breaker. So number one, find support outside of your friends and family. So whether that's family, a community therapist, like find support outside of family. And I think that for me, that was big. Like one of my biggest things, like, was um, my friends became my family. So a lot of times that helped me in situations where it's like I didn't feel like I had support in some situations. Celebrate your small wins. Every boundary counts. Every healthy habit that you created counts. Celebrate it. Whether that's just like, okay, you bought yourself flowers, whether that's okay, you rewarded yourself with like um, a dance party, you know, like celebrate your small wins. And most importantly, give yourself grace. Give yourself the ultimate grace. You don't have to get it perfect. The fact that you're aware means that you've already shifted the lineage. So it's like keep on going, keep progressing. Don't put the weight of it on you. Just do what you can little by little, or how much you can do, you know? That even that piece of it is enough. So remember, you're not the black sheep. You're the rainbow sheep, the one with Wi-Fi and coping skills, baby. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone else who you know is breaking cycles as well. Don't let them feel alone in this journey. Thank you guys so much for watching Pretty Real Persona podcast. Tune in with us next Wednesday. You can find us on TikTok, on Instagram. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Write in the comments your biggest cycle breaker moment. I want to hear you guys' stories, you know. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Bye. Love you guys. And if you guys have any questions, or if you guys like today's episode, please make sure you subscribe to Pretty Real Persona. We're on YouTube. Like us, follow us on TikTok, Instagram. We're on that. We're on those social media platforms too. And leave a comment in the comments about, you know, what you liked about today's episode, what topics you guys want me to speak on, you know. If you want to see me add a guest, have some guests on, let me know.